Hi, my name is Steph.
My name's Erin.
My name is Hannah.
My name is Allie.
My name's Kate, and this is my first period story.
I got my first period when I was 11 years old.
My first period happened when I was 12 years old.
I got my period in the summer before the 6th grade.
I was, I think, 11 or 12.
I guess I got my period when I was 13.
I was in elementary school and it was the middle of summer and I got it in the morning and I was really nervous because one, I didn't know how to deal with it and I was too afraid to ask anybody about it. And two, I knew that we were gonna play soccer baseball for gym after lunch, so I was really super nervous. So what ended up happening is that I made a pad out of paper, as we all have done, and I put it in my underwear, and then sure enough, we played soccer baseball. I got up to first base, so I kicked the ball, and I just felt my paper pad sort of dislodge itself, and I was so nervous, and then I ran to first base, and then the second I stepped onto first base, I felt my makeshift pad fall down my leg. And so I looked over at the base and I knew that the person who was about to hit the ball next was gonna do a really far kick, so I would have to run a couple more bases. So I freaked out, I bent down, pretended to tie my shoe, put my makeshift pad through my sleeve, ran to first base, had my period everywhere, and then went home. And that's my first period story, and that's why you should always ask your teachers or your parents or your friends for pads and stuff like that, so you don't have to make your own and suffer the consequences when you're at gym class.
Going to my family's cottage with my dad and my sister, who's younger than me. And it was a surprise to all of us that I got my period when we arrived at the cottage. And of course I was wearing white pants. First of all, I panicked. Second of all, my dad's sister nor I knew really what to do, so we called my mom first thing and she talked us through it.
My family is huge and my mom's family all comes over every Sunday for dinner. And so of course I ended up getting my period on a Sunday dinner with everyone over at my house. I was feeling a little off. I went upstairs to the bathroom, realized what had happened, came downstairs, walked into the dinner table with all of my aunts and uncles, tried to take my mom aside and be like, hi, this just happened. And thankfully it was announced to the entire family. It's a beautiful time.
When I first got my period, I remember my mom telling me a few months before, you're gonna get your period soon, and I was mortified. So we were at a family friend's house. I went to the bathroom and I noticed some stuff in my underwear, and I literally thought that I'd pooed my pants. So I started crying, my eyes out. My mom heard me. She came in and she explained I got my period, and then she showed me how to use a pad, and I just cried and cried for hours after. And then I remember my brother coming in and asking what was wrong, and my mom was like, honey, she's bleeding. And I was.
I was at swim camp. So it was sort of like a 4-day training camp, and you would sleep in the gym in sleeping bags, and it was like boot camp to get you ready for the season. And of course, I got my period then. Trapped in the gym with a bunch of other tweens. I had to ask my swim coach to help me out because I didn't have any preparation, no pads, no tampons, no leak-proof underwear. And all I can remember is my swim coach taking me into a bathroom stall and putting her leg up on the toilet paper dispenser and explaining to me that that was going to be the most comfortable way to use a tampon, which I obviously had to start using immediately because I was at swim camp. It was traumatic, to say the least.